I'm Aveline and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. I'm having a super awesome day because I was on Twitter earlier today and they they teased university. So everybody already knows that university is coming out here in November, but it wasn't fully confirmed, it wasn't fully announced. Now they kind of announced there's going to be a trailer tomorrow, and even the gurus themselves also kind of make fun of the fact that everybody already knew, but at least it's probably confirmed now that we're getting a trailer tomorrow, so it's like half confirmed that university is coming. I mean, it is, it's quite obvious that it is coming, but yeah, that was super exciting. It happened like 2 hours ago or something, and I didn't actually notice because I thought that it wasn't going to happen until 6 p.m. And then someone tweeted at me, tagged me, and was like, "Have you seen this?" And I'm like, "No, what is it?" So yeah, but that's super exciting. That is so exciting. So I'll be doing a trailer reaction tomorrow, of course, because I love to do those kinds of videos. So that will be going up tomorrow. But today we are decorating an apartment. So this apartment is one of the apartments in the Spice District of San Myshuno. I think this might possibly be one of the starter apartments, actually. I don't fully remember what they look like from like the default apartments look like because it's been such a long time since I started a new save. So I don't really remember, but I think something is telling me that it's one of the starter apartments. So the address is up in the upper left corner. As long as you know it's in the Spice District, you should be able to find it. It's in the more Brooklyn looking area. It's really nice outside. It's also one of my favorite apartments to decorate as well. I always tend to go for the same sort of floor plan for this apartment, but I also feel like it just works. I feel like it works. It makes sense to have like a hallway where, you got the doors to the bedrooms, and then by the end of the hallway, you have the entrance to the kitchen and also the living room. So that's what I usually go for when it comes to this apartment. And you can maybe recognize the floor plan from some other videos that I've done in the past. But today, this one is going to be for a young couple and also their baby, but they do have a toddler bedroom ready for the baby once it turns into a toddler. So I did keep that in mind because often when I don't really do this, but when I do end up putting bassinets in my builds, which I don't do often because I always forget to make room for the babies once they turn into toddlers. So you'll suddenly just have, like if you play with one of my builds where I somehow managed to fit in a bassinet in it, you'll probably notice that once it turns into a toddler, the baby turns into a toddler, you don't really have anywhere to put it. They can't really sleep anywhere or anything. Well, maybe on the couch in the living room, but that would sort of suck. So for this one, I decided to actually have the bedroom ready for the toddlers. So the baby might be in the end stages of being a baby. There is no potty in the bathroom though, so just keep that in mind. They haven't bought that yet, but everything else should be there. There's a high chair, and I also made sure that they had room for a dog as well, because I kind of imagined this family to have a French bulldog, very inspired by my neighbors. They're a young couple with a baby and a bulldog, or a French bulldog. So I don't know, I just thought that would be really cute. So I managed to fit in some food bowls for the dog and also some toys for the dog too. There's a couple of toys for toddlers as well, so that should be prepared. It's just the potty. I didn't put in a potty, but you could put it right next to the hamper in the bathroom and that should be completely fine. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, other than that, this is pretty much what we're doing. So I did want this apartment to look like it had been lived in for a little while, because I kind of imagined one of the Sims maybe had been living here before with a roommate. So the roommate was possibly living in the toddler's bedroom or in the upcoming toddler bedroom. And then once they started dating their partner, the roommate moved out, and after they'd been dating for a while, they decided to move in together in this apartment. And then they've been together for maybe a couple of years or something before they got a baby. So it's basically their first home together, and it's not cheap looking, but it's definitely not super fancy either. I did kind of want it to look a little bit IKEA, so a little bit on the cheap side, but still kind of good, if that makes sense. But I'll say there's definitely room for improvement. So if you decide to play in this apartment and your Sims You know, because you can always turn the toddler bedroom into a child's bedroom and then eventually a teen's bedroom if they're only interested in having one kid total at least. So your Sims will actually be able to stay here for a while and you can just kind of progress as you're playing in the apartment and upgrade it as you're playing as well. Or maybe the Sims turn out to be, I don't know, millionaires or something. You can move to one of the land grab apartments. I don't really know what you want to do with the game, but this is basically just meant to be sort of a starter apartment, but not on budget. It's just supposed to look like a very well-decorated starter apartment. So they've been here for a while. Does that make sense? I think I've explained it as well as I could by now, so hopefully you guys will like the apartment as it turns out, or as it's going to turn out by the end of does that make any sense either? I don't really know. I was up for a long time yesterday, so I feel like my brain is kind of mush, and I've been putting together IKEA furniture today as well, so it's been a busy day, but my brain is not fully functioning, plus my mind is on university now. I can't wait to sit down and just brainstorm all the things I want to build with the new pack once I get to see all the new items tomorrow as well. It's going to be so good. A lot of the upcoming videos are probably going to be pre-recorded just because I want to make sure that I have a lot of time once I get access to the pack. So just like so I can fully focus on just recording with the pack. So I have a lot of content ready for you guys. So just FYI, as a little heads up, it probably will be pre-recorded, but it shouldn't affect like quality or anything. I think my builds will still be whatever they are right now. So yeah. So this is the parents' bedroom or the young couple's bedroom. As you can see over by the walk-in closets, I put the bassinet over there. You can change the color of the bassinet if you want to. I just went with whatever default color it was, so I didn't really think about it too much. I was so annoyed by that plaque on the wall because this is one of the apartments that has the history trait. Is that what it's called? It's the one with the annoying plaque and you can't remove it. So I wanted to cover it up. That's why I went with these curtains. I know they don't necessarily go really well with the rest of the apartment, but I just really wanted to cover up that stupid plaque. So unfortunately, just having one curtain didn't really do the job. So I had to layer two curtains on top of each other. It does look kind of weird, but at the same time, if you don't look at it too closely, you can't really see it. So just don't look at the curtains. Like just pretend that they're fine. Just like fully ignore the fact that I've layered two curtains on top of each other and they're not like directly on top of each other. I had to do something to cover up that plaque. Usually I'll put a bookcase in front of it or something, but since there's a bed right next to the plaque, I couldn't really do that. So I had to improvise, but it's a pretty casual bedroom in here. They should have everything they should need. I did put some parenting books from the debug catalog as well on the nightstand and also over on the dresser. I think since the one on the dresser is sized up, I don't think your Sims can actually use it, but your Sims might remove the one from the nightstand and put it in a bookcase in the living room. So just a little heads up, or just so you know, the Sims do tend to clean up randomly now and then, so a lot of the stuff that you find in debug is just kind of for decor purposes to start out with, and then once your Sims have played for like a day or something, they'll pretty much have removed everything you put down, so it's basically just a waste of time, but it looks nice in pictures, so that's good. And in here we got the toddler's bedroom, and for a change, I actually really love how this bedroom turned out. I usually don't really, because I do a lot of the same stuff with my toddler bedrooms, I tend to keep them very small, like 3x3, possibly a 4x3 room or something like that, just because toddlers are tiny humans. They don't need a lot of space, so often I'll be able to have like a spare bathroom on the second floor and I'll be like, no, we can make this a toddler bedroom. They don't need another bathroom up here. Do the Sims really pee that much? I don't think so. So let's turn this into a toddler bedroom. Let's just put a few more challenges into their lives and give them a toddler. So usually I just do that, but with this one, I had like 4x5 squares, I think. So that's 20 squares total. And I just really tried to actually decorate it so it would look somewhat like a realistic room. So they have this little sitting area over here under the window, which I thought was super cute. It's just made out of 2 ottomans and also a bookcase. I'm kind of imagining there to be some children's books down there and some of the Pixie books as well. I put some on, it's not really a nightstand, I don't know what you would call that. It's one of the hallway tables. It's from Laundry Day Stuff Pack, and I found these small Pixie books, or at least that's what I call them, Pixie books, because that's what they're called in Danish. So, but they're like tiny books for children. I found them in the debug catalog, so if you want access to the debug catalog, by the way, all my cheats are written in the description down below, along with a link to this red shelf that I'm using to place clutter, by the way, and there should also be a tutorial linked that I've made on how to use that shelf. I just quickly explained it in the video because it's really not that difficult. So everything is linked in the description. I feel like it's been a while since I've said that, so just in case we got some new viewers here on the channel, now you know where you can find all that stuff just in the description. And I also always leave like all build info in the description, so what the build is called on the gallery, and also the price of the build, how many bedrooms there are, and how many Sims it's got room for, and etc, etc. I always leave all that info in the description as well. You can find a lot of good stuff down there, so if you're curious about anything, definitely check out the description. But anyways, the last room that we're decorating is of course the bathroom, because I always save the bathroom for last. I don't really like to decorate bathrooms, so I just tend to postpone it and postpone it. Sometimes I've even forgotten to do it, but not today. Today I actually remembered. So it's pretty basic, to be honest. Like there's not a whole lot going on in here. Let's just be honest. But I did have to move the laundry machines over to where the bathtub is, and then move the bathtub to where the laundry machines are, just so I can fit in a hamper. I suggest you turn the hamper around so it's turned towards the laundry machines, and you can put a potty next to the hamper. So that is where you could basically fit that in, because it would be a little bit difficult to place it next to the toilet, I think, or possibly between the toilet and also the sink. So just keep that in mind. But that's about it. That's all I got for you guys today. So if you guys like this apartment, you can download it off the gallery. My ID is AvelineYT, and you can also find it under the hashtag Aveline or AvelineYT. Definitely let me know in the comment section how excited you are for the trailer tomorrow, and also if you're excited about the university and stuff, definitely let me know. And as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to like and subscribe and all that good stuff if you did, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye.
So I'm happy I got freed. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. I won, got it done. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. Lucky, lucky, lucky. I won't let the door hit when I leave. I guess that I was born beneath a very lucky star, and in a week or two I won't remember who you are. Man down, he ran out of luck, and now it's my time. Ain't no looking back, I'm on the rise.